So we're starting here in our redwood grove, but if we walk just a little bit over on the side of the sidewalk here, what you're looking at is a Rimon, a pomegranate tree, which is one of the 7 species of the land of Israel, and it's so beautiful to see them beginning to bud. These have been here for just about 4 or 5 years, and they've really grown and are doing beautifully well. Let's continue our biblical garden tour. And what you see over here are date palms, which is another one of the biblical species. These, I believe, were planted about 2 years ago. And while they are not bearing fruit yet, they, again, are one of the species associated with the land of Israel. Our newest trees, quite small, little saplings, are right here. That is a willow, a particular kind of willow I'll explain more about in a moment. And here is another slightly taller willow with little tiny leaves that are coming out. The willow is used on Sukkot as one of the 4 species that we gather. Only one of the 4 species is referenced as one of the biblical species of the land, and that's the date palm, the unopened date palm, or lulav. But along with the lulav, on the holiday of Sukkot, we have branches of willow and branches of myrtle, and also the etrog fruit. And let's continue our tour, because over here is, and I'm not sure it's unfortunately as healthy as it could be, but that is a sweet myrtle planted in just the last year or 2, which is also one of the species mentioned for the holiday of Sukkot. These beautiful cedars are some of the original biblical garden species. The cedars of Lebanon, the cedars of the Middle East, were a major part of constructing the temple in Jerusalem. King Solomon's temple used primarily cedar wood. And as we come a little bit further here, we have a fig tree planted after a recent bar mitzvah a couple years ago. And look, little tiny figs. What a beautiful sight to see these trees in bloom. The fig tree is yet another biblical species, along with the pomegranate and the date palm. And as we come over here, we have species number 4, which is the olive. Atze zetim omdim, the olive trees are standing. And this was planted on Tu B'Shvat, I want to say about 3 years ago. And what's so beautiful about this particular tree is it tends to bloom right around Passover, which is the season of the year that we say a blessing on trees in bloom in the month of Nisan. And number 5 is on the way. We've shown you the pomegranate, the date palm, the fig, and the olive. And let's see how it's doing. Somewhere over here, oops, looks like it's not doing so well, but this one's doing better, is species number 5, a grapevine. So those 5 species, along with the wheat and barley, are the species of the land of Israel. You can see some work being done on our building. And such a beautiful experience to walk these grounds and learn a little bit about our trees and learn a little bit about our heritage. And let's end our video with a visit to our peace pole. And in just about a week and a half, it will be the month of Nisan. And I'll film another video of the blessing of trees in bloom in the month of spring, in the month of Nisan, in the month of our rebirth, in the month of our freedom. Thanks for watching.